Boom. What's up? It's your boy Carcino back at it once again. Oh, we live in a thankless world, and unfortunately, we get to go back and look at some things that were noticed noticed as classics back in our time, in our day. They were exquisite in hip hop. They're mostly forgotten about, but they were gems to us because they were very valuable in making the status quo for the albums yet to come. A lot of people heard of these albums but don't really know anything about them too much. They just heard about them. They never went to go check them out and research them because things at that time were different. People appreciated it more. In '96, and that was like probably one of the best years in hip hop history for rap albums. A lot of people say 95, some 94 people come up, some 92s. But the 90 era seemed to be like one of the best, times to reign. In other words, people were coming out with some of their best projects. People were in their prime, in other words. Now, the lead song off the At the Speed of Life for Xzibit was Paparazzi. Paparazzi, you heard it from what's his name? The Outlaws when they was mentioning Xzibit. If you ain't in the game, man, what is motherfucking cash, man? What is your service? On the Bomb first song, he was. I got a message for that dude who made Paparazzi. And on that album, Ras Kass is on there and Saphir on the song Plastic Surgery, the one that E Swift produced. Just Maintain with Hurricane G. That's like one of my favorites on the album. He got a song on there, Enemies and Friends. Another one, Carry the Weight is a hit. Hit and Run Part 2, that's dope. You know, this whole album was just massive. Like on the Bird's Eye View, the Alcoholics killed that song, by the way. Taz, shouts out to Taz. Shouts out to Taz for killing that song. I mean, my buddy liked the Foundation. He's got that Billy Joel song on there. That was cool. Enemies and Friends is like my hit. Hit and Run Part 2, Bird's Eye. This is a classic album. So for you guys, young people out here who really don't know, you say Lyric Rise is not even close. I mean, the subject matter was different. So, but at the speed of light, actually talked about a lot of different things too. Like Xzibit was lyrically inclined, and he was like eyes may shine, the start of the ending type beat. And he got carried away, plastic surgery kicked in. And you got bird's eye view, and you got like positive negative, the James Brown. I love that. It just had a different vibe to it. It was a whole different type of album. A lot of people fronted on it because it was so West Coast, but it really wasn't. You know what I'm saying? They had some East Coast appeal to it. And a lot of people just wasn't going to vibe to it because they didn't know the artist too much. But Paparazzi and Eyes May Shine, that was an East Coast song to me. But believe me, that turned a lot of MCs' heads on to Exhibit, who's more of a battle style type of rapper. Now, when we gravitate over to Ras, now a lot of us know Soul on Ice, you know, period. That was that was a lot of people's album for the fall. Like if you was like, man, who is this? My man had the cassette tape. And he was like, yo, this is my man Rise, man. He from the West Coast. People like then love to have somebody nobody ever heard before. And you be like, yo, put them on. Now I've already heard them before. I never heard the album yet. So when you start sitting back and you're listening to the album and you're like, okay, well, let's see what this album's about. And you get there and it's like, whoa, okay, I get it now. This album is what they say it is. Probably, but Soul on Ice was an entirely different level altogether. Because one, he was talking about boom, waking you up to Soul on Ice song, Miami Life, anything goes. I'm like, this dude was my song was like trying to get the feeling again. Story raps. It's got that gin and juice sample with the slick Rick, and lyrically, yes, I will have to give it to Raz. The evil that men do still is an MC's favorite. The order out of chaos. I mean, a lot of this as Earth as it is. If you listen to the lyrics, he's talking about real stuff. Like it's for real. He talking about real life. It ain't really no. It ain't really no. It's no real like I'm trying to sell records here. Nature of the Threat is one of the best songs. Soul on Ice is still my favorite. It's one of my favorites. But I like the Slick Rick one. That was like one of my favorites. But if I gotta compare, I'm gonna take Soul on Ice. But it's a lot closer than what you think, man. It's a lot closer than what you think because the Exhibit album is a classic. That first album is a solid classic album. It's slept on. Nobody really talks about it. I can go back and listen to that first Exhibit album at the speed of life, like there's nothing. Yeah, I hopped in Stars Live yesterday because he was up early, like I was. Eyes made shine, yeah. Bird's eye view, exactly, man. That's what I'm saying. But Taz killed Bird's eye view. Sorry, Taz killed him on that song. Enemies and friends. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. This is a close battle. Close battle. Who do y'all who do y'all think had the better album? Soul on Ice? Which one you think was the better album? You're right. Depends on the mood. Everybody know about Bitch Please. Yeah, that was everybody's song. Snoop and Exhibit. That song was so hot and banging that it kept Snoop relevant. All I wanna be is a G. Ha! Eminem put that on his album. They just did a remix and threw it on this song. Oh yeah, you guys can donate to the page. I don't have to be on there. You know you can click the link in the description box at any time, just like Super Chat. Do I think Raz really committed that murder? Nah, I don't know, man. I don't know the ins and outs of that situation. I don't know anything about it, bro. It's like that, man. The production value. Let's look at the production. The production on both albums is like incredible. You looking at a project that's like it's out this world, man. The production is completely out this world. Yeah, and that's the thing. Exhibit got outshined by Taz. It was a lot of like features on his album that outshined him. So if I had to choose, I'm gonna go with Raz based off that. But I still love the songs. He held his own. But so that's the album versus album. I wanted to drop that out there. Y'all take care, man, and have a great night, man. I appreciate y'all showing up tonight so we can, chat it out. And Hurricane J. Well, at that time, you could get a feature from Hurricane G, because that's when she was doing her thing. The Puerto Rican rapper, Hurricane G. So looks like Soul on Ice got this, but Xzibit is still a close second. This wasn't a blowout. So K Rabbit, I'm out. Oh, we still live?